Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Chainlink and its valuations against Bitcoin. As if you like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Well, with Chainlink, we can call it the Great Reset, and the reason why is uh, as of recently, because I don't want to attribute Chainlink generally, because from the bottom to where we are now, we are still up 3,000% against Bitcoin. And because of that, we can't call this a great reset in relation to the entire Chainlink chart. I would only be referring to from August onwards, where currently we have dropped um, about about 68% against Bitcoin to where we are now, and from the bottom we dropped 78%. So we have we have corrected significantly with Chainlink. It was one of the bigger drops that we've had in the market currently, and we're suffering. We're you could say we're suffering the consequences, especially if you bought at the top. If you bought somewhere here, um, you're considerably down on your Bitcoin value of your chain link. However, if you were dollar cost averaging, say maybe in this area here, you might feel fine right now. In fact, you're probably up on your money. And in fact, if you did buy here, you're probably up on your money too. If we're looking at the US dollar, remember, Chainlink now is at it's at $27 right now, but it went as high as 36. Now that move to the peak was $20. Okay, so even where we are now, and you bought at the top, you're up, $7 per chain link. So that's one thing to keep in mind. However, it's always important, I think, to look at Bitcoin valuations. If you're not outpacing Bitcoin, then why are you holding it? And with Chainlink right now, that is the question you must be asking. Why am I holding this coin? Um, Bitcoin is just outpacing it. I might as well just hold Bitcoin. Well, with this great reset, or with this parabolic move up, it's expected to see Chainlink correct. It's actually impressive that we haven't seen a correction like that with Chainlink. I guess the one that you can call that would be at the end of the last bull run, where we dropped 85% in Bitcoin valuation. But we're in different territory now. We're in a bullish market. We are in an extremely bullish market. We have Bitcoin that's at $55,000. It is above the 20-day. It's above the 20-week moving average. We have the conditions needed for an altcoin to do fairly well, and we have seen that with uh, with great numbers like Uniswap, Basic Attention Token, Celsius, Cardano is a star child of that. But out of those times, Chainlink hasn't been doing nothing. Um, and it must be frustrating. I know. I mean, I hold this token and it is quite frustrating. However, note that the majority of the move of Chainlink, like these moves here, was when Bitcoin was not in a bull market. This is just from a like a stagnant Bitcoin or um, a bearish Bitcoin, and that's what Chainlink was able to do. Now, in theory, if you think, well, if Chainlink's able to do that in a bear market, what can it do in a bull market? And we've seen that with a 300% move up in Chainlink during that time. I would say this time here of May, Bitcoin was above its 20-week moving average, so you could say that we're in a bull market. However, ever since we've been correcting. Now, um, what would what do I think about long term for Chainlink? It's going up. I have no doubt that Chainlink is going to gain in valuation against Bitcoin over time, um, and and this is nothing to be concerned about. However, um, the bleeding doesn't help, and with Chainlink, what it might need is a correction from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just is too powerful right now. And if we look at if we bring up uh, both uh, both charts here. Let me flip this to logarithmic. Chainlink has never been in a situation where Bitcoin's been this bullish. I mean, if we look from the the point of the peak of Chainlink to where Bitcoin is, it's been a clear move up, while Chainlink's is a clear move down. And now we know Chainlink is it doesn't really like when Bitcoin's going up parabolically like this. um, what we might need is a correction. We might need a Bitcoin that corrects down, which would also result probably in a Chainlink valuation to go down initially. But when Bitcoin starts to recover, and if it does recover slowly, then Chainlink will start to outpace Bitcoin most likely. Um, when we see moves like here, for example, when Bitcoin crashed in March, and Chainlink also crashed in March, um, we saw the recovery happen, but then we saw Chainlink really recover. Bitcoin kind of tapered off. It didn't recover as quickly as Chainlink and started outpacing it. So what we might need to see is Bitcoin to correct in a significant manner. Um, I'm not talking about the corrections that we've had thus far, although that could help. If we look at January, for example, we saw Bitcoin correct 30% over the span of 2 weeks. And what did we see Chainlink do? Well, it gained 52% in 1 week, but from the bottom to the top, it was up 84% against Bitcoin. So you see when Bitcoin corrects in a semi-significant manner, you see that happen. You see Chainlink, outpace Bitcoin for a short time, but then Bitcoin, start to recover really quickly, and Chainlink's like, I'm having none of that. So if we see a correction from Bitcoin, you know, say it corrects down to the prior levels, it could correct 40% from here, and we'd be back at the 20-week moving average. But say we corrected down to the 30% down to 38,000, we might see something similar where we see a short-term move down from Chainlink, the Link Bitcoin chart. But the recovery is when Chainlink will thrive, and Chainlink will then start to outpace Bitcoin, I believe. That is one scenario. If Bitcoin keeps on moving up, trending up, then Chainlink will still have a monumental task. It will become extremely difficult for it to outpace Bitcoin, I think. And I think that's what Chainlink is waiting for. And this is why I think, although Chainlink is a great token, I wouldn't necessarily just be holding Chainlink, because if Bitcoin's going up, Chainlink's going down, it's a great symbiotic relationship of of managing risk in your portfolio. But you'd also want to hold other coins, that other than Bitcoin and Chainlink, to help balance out your portfolio. Chainlink is great when Bitcoin's is not doing so hot. Um, However, you want altcoins that do well when Bitcoin's doing well. So when we see Bitcoin rise like this and then pauses for a few seconds, I'm embellishing here, but if it calms down for 2 days, you have coins like Cardano that does really well. Cardano would be a great addition to your portfolio. Um, Another example would be Ethereum, I would say, but Ethereum hasn't been doing too hot. But I mean, you can look at my portfolio. I hold coins like Basic Attention Token and VeChain that have been doing fairly well recently, during this time that Bitcoin has been on the rise, and with Chainlink, it's there when Bitcoin's not doing so hot. And when Bitcoin's not doing so hot, my Chainlink position goes up. So the thing about holding multiple coins, and knowing the relationships between all of them, you can you can find yourself a basket of tokens and coins that on any given day one should be faring quite well. And or any given week, or any given time period, you have one coin that's been doing well, and collectively your portfolio goes up in that sense. So with Chainlink, you guys, fear not. I think this is just a great reset. I'm not selling my tokens now, and I wasn't selling my tokens, in January. Albeit, I think I sold a position in January. I can't remember, but keep an eye on Bitcoin. If it's down 6% for the week, if it continues to drop, for the next number of weeks, Okay. Next number, I'm not talking about this week or next week. I'm talking about, 3, 4 weeks ahead. If it continues to drop, we should see. I expect Chainlink to maybe start singing a different tune, and I expect people who are on in the space start talking about Chainlink in a different tune. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.